Yeah. So
Yeah, so
when did you exactly move to LA? Exact.
2017. And
Okay.
I moved with my boyfriend and we were just working in the casino industry. And then that's how we moved out here. And I started doing improv at Second City. And that's when it wasn't until like
Oh,
two
were
years
you at
being in LA.
Commerce? Commerce or
I was at San Manuel.
oh, that's far.
Yeah.
So did you have to move like to Pasadena area or to make that?
No, I just drive. I
Oh
just
Lord.
drive all the time.
Oh my, all the way to like is it San Manuel's like close to Palm Springs, right?
Yeah, not as close. It's about an hour and a half closer. It's in the Inland Empire.
Yeah, no, I remember that's far. That's deep. You were
Yeah,
doing that daily
it's a solid 90 miles.
and isn't it the reservations too or
They have some, yeah, but you know, I drive
yeah.
everywhere. I'll drive to San Diego, LA, Bakersfield, Lancaster.
Yeah, no, that's what's great about living in California because you can go to all those different places.
Yeah.
And then
We did a couple shows in Modesto. That
mhm,
was like more up north.
mhm. So tell me, so what year exactly did you start stand up and tell me about that experience as you started coming in and everything?
That was January of 2020.
Oh my God. So you started right before the pandemic.
Oh yeah, right
Oh,
before.
and
I
then
had a show at
what were you gonna say?
I had my first show at Bruce's Lounge on a Wednesday, and
Mhm.
then my second show was at the Ice House on like Friday night. And I was like, I'm gonna try something new. And it's like, bitch, you just started. It's all new. I bombed terribly. But
Mm.
then COVID happened, so nobody remembers.
So how did you hold up during the pandemic that whole time?
Well, that was special because there was still shows going on in LA. They were just like in very sketchy warehouses downtown near people's basements or
Mhm.
parking lots, backyards. Like we were still going hard.
Oh, so people were still
Yeah, they were not classy, but it helped us work out all our shit. So when COVID ended, we were able to like hit the clubs with that experience of like being in all those really
weird
dingy places. Yeah,
did you
weird places.
weird dingy God, because I was in New York the whole time. Everything was just closed off. It was like such a
Oh,
scary
were you
uh
doing like Zoom shows?
well, no. During that period of time, I was living right in the city and I just like kept to myself. I didn't go anywhere. So
Oh my gosh.
yeah. So I just stood
Hard.
in and then I lived next to a NYCHA property. And there was like all elderly people. So it was pretty like it was serious here. So when people say, "Oh, COVID's made up," I'm like, "Not what I
No
saw."
way.
Yeah, not what I saw. I think a lot of people. It was weird when people I talked to in LA didn't believe it, but I think it was different because you guys are more spread out.
Yeah,
People's
exactly.
opinion.
Like New York is everything is right there in the hub.
Yeah, right on top. Everybody's on top of each other, and like I every at 7, everybody was like clapping. I remember that was a period of time where right at 7 they would play New York, New York. People were clapping, and then 2 nights like in a row nonstop. I remember hearing the ambulance. So I was really, really scared
Wow.
because when I get sick, it's like real. Like it's so
Really?
I still knock on some wood. I still never got COVID. So
Oh,
but
nice.
I stood in because like when I get sick, I'm like like I'm running to the hospital getting a
No inhaler treatment
mm-hmm.
or
Yeah, so I have bad lungs, but it was serious over here, but it seemed to be everybody I knew in LA like they didn't believe it or I
yeah,
guess they didn't see it. And I feel like, well, of course they didn't see it the way I saw it. They weren't like on top of each other. They were all
exactly.
spread
They
out
saw it on the highways
on the
because
highways.
it was
It was
empty.
empty.
That was like the best thing about
Would
COVID,
you
and nobody
during
was on the
COVID, could you go to like Runyon Canyon and places like that or no?
road. And not at the beginning. I don't think they really let people hike and stuff.
Because you think that would be,
Open air.
yeah, open air.
Yeah,
But that's crazy. That was a crazy period of time.
It was when Disney closed and the casinos closed, we were like, oh shit, this is serious.
Shoot, yeah, Disney. Because wasn't it a good year that they closed or something?
A good year?
Like that Disney closed, or how long were they closed for?
Yeah, like a year. Yeah,
Oh,
it was a
shit.
while. It was a long
Wow.
time.
So after COVID ended, when did you first start then going to perform?
I mean, it's hard. As soon as the club started opening up,
Mm-hmm.
we were there. I think one of my first performances back was at the roast battle at the store.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of my first shows, like back in regular life.
Yeah.
And that show was still kind of weird because usually they do roast battle in the belly room,
Mm-hmm.
and they did it like in the main room. And that was like my first roast battle at the store. I was like, what's happening? But it was fun. I won.
Hardly anybody there, or a lot of people showed up at first?
There was a decent amount of people. It was just like a weird vibe.
Yeah. I'm just curious because I always heard hearsay, and then a lot of people I knew just moved.
Yeah.
Like a lot
There
of
was
people
a
just
huge influx of people going to Texas because it was open ever since Tony Hinchcliffe went to Texas, and Rogan.
They took everybody.
Bye.
So how's the store now as of today?
It's awesome. It's
awesome.
packed. It's flowing. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so good.
That was my favorite place to go to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just such a good vibe. Even just like hanging on the patio, like supporting other shows, and you never know who you can network there. It's just like taking advantage of not just hanging out, but networking in those moments, you know?
Yeah. So you were telling me that the LA community with all the ladies, they're doing like a brunch, you said?
Yeah, we do a monthly brunch at the Ice House, because the Ice House reopened maybe about a year after COVID, and it's owned by Johnny Buss, the owner of the Lakers. So they redid the whole club. It's so beautiful. And then the general manager is Penny Toller. She used to work with the WNBA, and we had a friend, one of my really good friends in comedy, B Gutierrez. She's like amazing philanthropist. She went to Penny and was like, hey, you think we can do this brunch here? And they're not even open on Sunday mornings. They open up, they decorate for us. They gave us like a special brunch menu, and it's only for like women in comedy, and not just stand-ups, but like producers.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Like whatever. Yeah. Just to come together, no shows or anything, no pressure, just to come together, network, and, you know, meet some people that you wouldn't normally meet just out and about.
Oh, that's good. So what was the that's a good idea, especially it is for women, because women do have a harder time with comedy than men.
It's awesome. And they were all the dudes were all butthurt. What do you mean we can't get? We're like,
they always get butthurt. They always like go watch football. It's Sunday.
Literally,
you know what I'm saying? But that's important that other women support each other like that.
Yeah. And it really is like building the community and coming together and just like building everybody up, because life's already too hard. Like, why do we need to tear each other down like for this? Because I've had experience with some people or some like other women in comedy where they had like a show, but then the other person got the spot, so they were mad at the other person or whatever. And it's like,
yeah, that whole unnecessary drama that women tend to have.
Yeah. And it's like, we're all doing this. We all have different goals, and we're all here to just like have a good time and help bring laughter to the world. So why are we going to
gatekeep,
tear each other down?
Yeah,
gatekeep. And we're just all really trying to help build the community up.